Now, I wanted to show y'all how I leveled off my book stand. So what I did was I took a little thing of water, see, and I laid it on the shelving unit. Now, I did this because my floor is not perfectly level. So if I was to make this where between here and here on either end, on this end and on that end, were perfect, then I would not have this. What I would have would be this. You see? You see the water in the bowl? Okay. So if your floor is like mine and it's not perfectly level, this is an easy way. See here? This is an easy way to test and see if your shelving unit is level. Okay? Can you see? So my shelving unit is leaning slightly forward. Okay? As you can tell. Can you tell from the water? I'll try to put this sideways. How about like that? Can you tell that it's slightly leaning forward? Because I haven't tied it to the stud yet. So, I mean, that's okay. Alright. It's not doing that on this shelf. Okay? So, it's only the top shelf. So, I might have to lower the back side of this top shelf a little bit when I pull it out to put the back on it. But that's an easy trick to use to level something on an unlevel floor. And the best way I can tell you to do that is because if you measure from here to here, it is like 11 inches, and then on the other end down here, it's like 10 inches, or maybe I got that backwards. I might have that backwards. Which, if you're eyeballing it, you can't tell, okay? But if you're trying to be perfect, then if you're on an unlevel floor, then it comes out uneven. And I built it, and then I was like, well, why isn't it level? And lo and behold, it's because my floor is not level. So I had to go and do some adjustments to try and level off the shelving. And that's when I realized that, oh, well, it's off by about 1/8 of an inch to a 1/2 inch on one end compared to the other one to make it level. So that's where you go with either a leveler or you go with a bowl of water like I just showed you. And I have both, so I used both. But I wanted to show that to you, to anybody who was curious about what do I mean by using water. That's all you got to do. Okay, if you can't afford to buy a level, then you can do that, and you can pretty much eyeball it to see, okay, yeah, I can level that out, you know, and you can use water to do it. Now, is it going to be perfect? No, nothing's perfect, okay? But if you're building it yourself, it doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. It just needs to be fairly level so it will hold your goods, okay? And it needs to be stable. Now, if you are building something, definitely put in these pieces underneath going crosswise. And if you're more than 2 feet, I would even put in a piece from here to here lengthwise, because yes, this is a 1/2 inch. See, it's a 1/2 inch. That's a 1/2 inch piece of plywood. and that will hold a lot of weight. But if you go more than 2 feet width on this, I would not go more than 2 feet without putting a piece down the middle, because it just gives it more stability. And as you can see, I have put this piece in the back to try and stable it a little bit. But what I'm going to do is on the inside here, I'm going to put a piece of 2x4 on the inside here, down from here to here. And I don't know why my focus has gone off, but I'm going to do that all the way down, just to give it a little bit more stability, because it does, and of course I've got to somehow tie it into the studs. Now, if you look at it, it will look to you like, if you take it slow, it will look to you like this middle shelf right here. Follow it, and you will see that it looks like it's wider here on this end than it is here on this end. And that's very true. But the problem is, I don't know why my focus is doing that. The problem is that the floor is not level. So I have an unlevel floor. So, yeah, I mean, I can really tell it looking at it, eyeballing it from where I'm sitting. But I'm sure you can't. Unless, maybe if I go wide angle. And then we're going to turn sideways here, folks. Can you see? Can you see what I'm talking about? I can see it, even though the level and the water are telling me it's level. I can see that there's a difference. Now, I don't know if it's just because I have an eye for that thing or what, but I can see that there's a difference, But, sorry guys, let me go back straight. Okay. But, yeah, I mean, and if you wanted to build this and then have this and have the shelving unit where you could take it out and use it like a tri-bunk bed, which I'm thinking of doing, actually, all you would have to do is here on this end is put a 2x4 here and a 2x4 here on either end, screw it in, take this screw, you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Take this screw and take it out on all 4 ends there, and put a piece of 2x4 there in the middle so that this rests on it. But you also probably would want to put something here in the middle, okay? And have that removable. So, I mean, so that you could slide it out, and then you'd have a 3-way bunk bed, for grandkids or nephews or grandnieces or whatever, okay? So I'm actually thinking of doing that, just so that if my grandnephews do show up, that they can have somewhere to, do a sleepover type thing with sleeping bags and, and just have a camp out type thing. And I think that would be cool for them. I think they would enjoy that immensely. But in order to do that, of course, I'm going to have to tie this into the stud so it's a little bit more stable, because you know how kids are. They'll be climbing all over it. So, yeah, I mean, it's simple. it's a simple design, but if I do that couple little things to change it just a little bit, I'll have a three-way bunk bed for the kids, and it worked perfect, you know. Uh, but like I said, I'm going to have to tie it into the studs in the wall. Now, I haven't found the studs in the wall, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. But, that's a question for another day. And we'll figure it out. One way or the other, we will figure it out. And I just think that would be really cool to be able to take that shelf out and slide it out into the hallway and into my office room, because that's like straight across the hallway there, and put it in there if need be, and have a three-way bunk bed if need be, because and let's be honest, it's fairly rare that I have any of the kids over or whatever. And the last time they came over, they literally loved sleeping on the floor. So I think this would be a little bit better than sleeping on the floor, but you never know with kids. Okay, they enjoyed sleeping on the floor with the puppy dog. So uh, it is what it is. So I wanted to share that with you this morning, and to let you know what I was talking about and give you a visual on what I was talking about as far as using water as a level. And that's what I did. I just took a bowl of water and just basically leveled it out so that, anything that I set on it is not all going to lean one way. And, yeah, that's it. That's all I have for y'all today. Y'all have a blessed day. It's Friday. Enjoy the day. Peace.